Good morning, Wonder Women. Welcome to the first virtual Wonder Women conference. Please welcome your host for the day, Anne Devine.
Good morning, Wonder Women. Thank you all so much for joining us online from home, from work, and from wherever you are today. We are thrilled that you're able to be with us and that you're all here with us today. My name is Anne Devine. I'm the CEO of Ashanti Leadership and Professional Development Services. My business works with government, businesses, communities, and individuals. And what I do is to help to create cultural and organizational change. I'm also a board member of the Halifax Chamber of Commerce. And today I'm your host for the 5th edition of our Wonder Women Conference. For those of you who are joining us today on Zoom, please use your closed caption button on the top of your Zoom bar and turn on the caption. As we are already halfway through the African Heritage Month, and this year's theme is Listen, Learn, Share, and Act, it is important for us to recognize the legacy of African people of African descent and the long-standing history and development of Canada and their contribution. The theme brings focus and increased awareness of racialized issues of a community that has overcome great adversity for inclusion. It further calls us to listen, to learn, to share, and to act to make our society a better place. We will touch on this theme as we go along through the day. Now, if you purchased a box, you will find in that box 2-for-1 admission coupon to the Black Loyalist Heritage Center in Shelburne. This is definitely the time for you to check it out because it's an important historical site here in Nova Scotia. And I want to say a big thank you to our superhero, Boyce Clark, for their continued support of this conference. They have helped us to create our Wonder Women mission, bring people together, and creating an environment where we can share, collaborate, and lift each other up. Whether you're bringing at the beginning of your career or about to make a big change in your career or anything in between, today our aim is to inspire you and to make an impact. So thank you everyone who helped to promote us today, this event, and to everyone who talked about how they're excited about being here today. We've noticed that social media has been buzzing and everyone has helped us to give away some 160 tickets. So thank you for your support and welcome to the 500 Wonder Women who's joining us today online. Thank you. And thank you to our champion sponsors, MNP and the Nova Scotia Gaming Corporation. We'll hear from both of them later this morning. Now, we have a range of speakers here coming from a variety of backgrounds, industries, and we are all excited to have them here on stage with us today. We want to thank our virtual event audio visual partners at Encore and our event hosts, the Halifax Convention Center, for helping us creating and engaging this immersive and virtual experience. We know it's been a long, hard year on Zoom, but what is exciting about today's event is that it's brought us together in a safe place, and the sooner we can be safe with each other, the sooner we can come back to meeting in person with each other. And the sooner we can start tearing down those inequalities, boundaries that prevents us from being and doing what we want to do as women. You know, it's no secret that COVID has had a tremendous impact on women, more significantly than any other. Women find themselves in industries that the pandemic greatly restricted, like the service industry and those who are self-employed. Women today are still primary caregivers for children and the elderly. We still do most of the housework. And actually, it has increased during this COVID period. We manage the unpaid work. And for women entrepreneurs, we lack access to capital. The pandemic has amplified these structural barriers. For example, Black women, Indigenous women, immigrant women, women with disabilities, women in the LGBTQ2S communities are all impacted by these barriers, even more so. However, we did see some positive news this year, and I take great pleasure in sharing that with you because we have the first woman mayor for the Cape Breton Regional Municipality, Amanda McDougall, and gender parity on the Halifax Council. We also elected the first Black woman, Iona Stoddard, in District 12, in our 200-year history in our city. So that's exciting news. And there were no women in the leadership race. Now that's a little disappointing because, you know, the one woman who tried to participate in that race, the biggest barrier for her was the funding. She had to find $60,000. And I can imagine many other women felt that way as well. So these structural barriers and these issues have to be addressed at the root. And we need more women in government, in leadership roles. We need more women as decision makers. And you know what? The studies have told us that we have done talking about inequalities. It's time for us to get to work. You know, it's time for us to do more. And I hope you will be inspired as leaders and women on this call here today to do the same. Now let's go quickly to some housekeeping issues. So today's event, as you know, it's running on Zoom. So if you're new to Zoom, check out the toolbar along the buttons. And so look at the icons. You will see there's a chat icon, there's the reaction icon, there's the closed caption icon. So please feel free to use these functions throughout our time here today to share your thoughts to our speakers and to let them know how good you think they are. Also, we must invite you to tell us, show your reaction, because you know what? We miss seeing you in the room today. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box because we have people here who are monitoring them. And we will do our best to answer those questions as best we can. And I mentioned the closed caption box earlier, so please turn on those boxes, those of you who need a subtitle. So to keep the day unique and engaging, we offer you an option to purchase a box at home as well for our conference. So if you haven't done that already, so open your boxes, take a look at those exciting items that's in there. I opened mine this morning and oh my goodness, it was just fantastic. And I want to say thank you to all of those who helped us sponsor and put together our boxes. It's just amazing. We've got lots of good stuff in there, lots of swags. So, and just like our in-person event, please fill out your name tag. Yes? And we'd also love to hear from you. Love to hear about your mission. You know, it can be a job, it can be a hobby or a passion, whatever your superpower might be, put it in that chat box. Also, included in the chat box is the Wonder Woman hat. And you know what? I meant was to bring my hat up so I can show it to you because I'm so excited about it. And also there's a ticket draw in there as well. So, and we want to say thanks to Headline Promotions for the hats. Now, I was looking for a winter hat and I actually found one today. So that's great. I'm really excited. Post a photograph of you wearing that hat. Go on Twitter, go on hashtag HCC Wonder Women. And we will choose a winner at the end of the morning. And guess what? we have some fantastic prizes. We have a patio umbrella from Murphy's Hospitality Group and $150 of Gaham House gift cards. So lots for you to do. Now, as a not-for-profit organization, we could not host these events without the support of some really great sponsors. So thanks to our superhero sponsor, Boynes Clark, for believing in our team, in this idea and this event for the past 3 years. Thank you to our champion sponsor, MNP, and the Nova Scotia Gaming Corporation for helping us make today happen. Thank you, Rogers, our live stream partners, and all our sponsors for our Wonder Woman event today, helping us provide some excellent content for the 500 women who are out there today listening to us. Woohoo! I'm really pumped and excited. So thank you to our print sponsors who newly rebranded Rocket for the stickers that we have, the name tags, the roadmaps in the boxes, right? And thank you for the grand prize of Logistics, for donating a brand new iPad. Stay tuned. We'll hear at the end of the conference who's going to win that iPad. Now, had I known that, I wouldn't have bought a new one recently, so I would have waited. So thank you once again to our event virtual audiovisual partners, Encore, for filming our speakers live, and to our event host partners, the Halifax Convention Center. I will announce our prizes throughout the day. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Fiona Kirkpatrick-Person, the National Advisor for Deloitte Indigenous, to guide us through our land acknowledgement. So thank you, Fiona.
Danse. Gwe, hello. Fiona Ekwa, Ganebowit no sewa waskisu, nitisithigason. Neither nehidao isquio. Mr. Hisaga Iganik is goginano Geneva. Magamewat Niwigan, Jabukduk McMagi. Today marks the first time that I've said that many words in my Nehithiwak language in public. What I said was, Fiona is my name, and also Standing Elk is my spirit name. I am a Woodland Cree woman, originally from Lac La Ronge First Nation, Treaty 6. And right now I live in beautiful Halifax, El Mi'kmaq territory. Gananis Gomatin, I am deeply grateful to be here with you all to offer a land acknowledgement and start our day together. So a word about land acknowledgements and why in particular it's important for those who are not from the territory to do them. So simply put, land acknowledgements are a necessary first step toward honoring the original occupants of a place. Acknowledgements help Canadians recognize and respect Indigenous peoples' inherent kinship beliefs when it comes to the land, especially since those beliefs were restricted for so long. And part of the point is also to recognize how systemic and institutional systems of power have oppressed Indigenous peoples, how that oppression has historically influenced the way non-Indigenous people perceive and interact with Indigenous peoples. And this is all still prevalent in today's cultural, social, and political climate. So with that, I would like to begin today's gathering by acknowledging we are gathered in beautiful Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, which Mi'kmaq, Maliseet, and Passamaquoddy peoples first signed with the British Crown in 1726. The treaties did not deal with surrender of lands and resources, but in fact, recognized Mi'kmaq and Maliseet title and established the rules for what was to be an ongoing relationship between nations. And we are reminded that we are all treaty people. So with that, to start off our day, I will finish by saying the words to the Cree morning song, as given to me by my people, and I will translate. Waniska, wake up. Biwapanoma, daylight is coming. Ase piezizak nigamowak, the birds are already singing. Be mionagwan kitaskinau, our earth is beautiful. Wilaliok, Denegi, merci and thank you. And I'd like to welcome Anne back to the stage.
Thank you very much, Fiona. Hello once again, Wonder Women. I hope you're enjoying our program. Now, I'd like to introduce you to our superheroes, Boynes Clark. They have supported us since our first Wonder Woman brainstorming session, and we are so grateful that they have stayed with us. And when I say support, I mean holistically, that support comes. Emotional support, supporting and challenging our ideas, promoting the event, and understanding what we are trying to achieve here today. So please welcome Jacqueline Rock, corporate lawyer with Boynes Clark.